We bought so many freaking players. I don't even remember at this point in time.
I mean, like we got guys from last year coming in. We tried to send some out. We got a few guys still on the bomb squad. What's happening?
I don't know. But we're going to fill you in on all the transfer news, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to give you a rating of the Chelsea transfer market transactions.
Window?
So, window. There's the word I'm looking for. The window. Yes. From the windows to the wall. Hello and welcome to this episode of Red, White, and Blues podcast. We decided to record this week.
Surprise.
We're here. Surprise. We are here. I'm Daniel. He is Jason, and together we talk about Chelsea Football Club. How you doing, man? How you doing, Jason?
Dude? I'm good. I got a little nostalgic throwback.
Yeah.
In the title or pre-title. I don't know what that part of this episode is called.
Cold open. I don't know.
The intro snippet. Yeah, cold open. That's wow. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
We can't think of words tonight. We're struggling here.
I've had some coffee with Kahlua. I'm on to beer now, so I don't know if that was the right way to do it. But how are you, man? It's without a game, it feels like we haven't seen each other.
I know, it really does.
It's crazy.
We didn't talk that much this weekend because we had Oblos. So, we did our thing this weekend. No Chelsea to talk about. So, I was just sending you random movie trailers about Nicolas Cage playing Joseph in a Jesus War film. So,
Cannot wait for that.
I can't either. I'm doing great. It's Monday night, and I'm here to talk about Chelsea, and we're gonna see where this goes. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a transfer roundup here, so
that's right.
Get along.
Don't know.
And I only heard part of the yeehaw because it cut out.
That's our great audio we have.
Yeah.
Only the top-notch stuff.
I mean, we make so much money around here.
I know. Oh man, yeah. I guess I don't know. So I guess we can just to give a synopsis. I guess we can start. We'll go through who we bought, who we sold. Or we can start with who we sold and then who we bought. We can do whatever we want to do. I don't know. I don't care. You pick, Jason. Dealers, which one do you want to start with? I gave you two options.
I don't know because part of me wants to talk about it overall, but I guess we'll do that as we go. Because this is a weird transfer window.
I
would say Premier League transfer window overall is probably one of the biggest we've seen in our lifetimes, at least in terms of big moves, big money moves, high drama. It was a great transfer window to keep up with. Yeah, exactly. Not just us.
Yeah,
and we had it was all going smooth, and then we had some drama at the end.
We did. Which there's an update. You want to update the drama? We got a little update to that today.
Yeah, I want to update
yesterday. So apparently I don't know, he's on the Byron board or whatever.
Okay.
Came out and said that the fee really isn't 16.5. It's only 13.5, and that Nico and his camp paid that other $3 million. I don't know to who. I don't know if they paid it to us or they paid it to buy. I don't know where the hell. I don't know.
Whoa.
But Nico and them fronted $3 million, and that here's the big kicker. That it's 40 games he has to start, not just play in.
Oh.
He has to start 40 games for them, and cup games do not count. It has to be either in the Bundesliga or in the Champions League.
Oh, so he has to start every game for the rest of the season.
Pretty much, yes. I think
That's
it's a total.
happening.
I think they have a total to play it's 60 something games, but that's if they make it to the finals of the Champions League.
So that deal is not happening.
Well, then there's more update to it. Nico's agent, because we know this dude's just pure chaos, got on Instagram and posted to his story. Let me see if I have it still pulled up. I might have clicked off. I think I clicked off the page. Yeah, I clicked off the page. But he essentially said, to paraphrase, because I don't remember exact words, don't necessarily believe everything that everybody says. He didn't call anybody out by name. It was just real cryptic, but that was the gist of it. And it happened right after this guy came out and said that. So everybody's like, well, it's obviously about this guy. So, yeah.
So we're in a situation where we don't actually, well, there's two sides of this that are giving opposing things. There's been reported numbers from reliable sources in the media about this. And we're not really going to know anything until next year if Bayern buy Nico, because we won't really know what happened.
Correct.
But we'll know something got triggered or didn't get triggered if Nico gets purchased.
Right.
This is weird. That's a weird situation.
So, hear me out. Tonight, instead of praying to our altar of Esteval, we need to erect a new altar with Harry Kane on it and pray for his downfall, that he gets hurt this year.
He is old.
He is old.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't usually want players to get hurt, but I mean, he did play for Tottenham. And it would mean they have to buy Nico, which I would find hilarious. If the fact that this guy came out and was like, there's no way this happens, but then Harry Kane gets hurt and Nico literally has to start all the games this year. And because Harry Kane got hurt, Nico has to be bought by them. I would just find that hilarious. Yeah.
That's insane. That's an insane situation.
It really is.
Although it does sound like Nico's camp is pretty high drama.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So we would hope that Nico endears himself to Bayern and proves himself worthy to play every game, or Harry Kane goes down.
Yeah.
And that we don't. The thing is, I still rated Nico, but also this is why people don't want Garnacho, is because he comes with this type of baggage.
Yep.
And so that's a little bit crazy. But on FotMob, they have it reported at 16.5 million euros. So just saying.
Yep. I don't know.
FotMob's the end all be all, Daniel. Just to let you know.
They are. Oh, and so I can first update to our predictions for the season, Jason.
Oh man.
We are both wrong on the first manager who was fired. It happened today. It happened a little while ago, right before we got on the air.
I don't even know who it is.
Nuno from Nottingham Forest got fired.
Wow.
Yep. Apparently, him and the owner had beef, and the dude literally has been there 2 years and has won. Nottingham Forest is in the Champions League this year.
That is so stupid.
3 matches in the season. Nah, you're gone, bro. Yeah, so stupid. Their owner's an asshole, though. So, I mean, there's that.
Wow. That dude just tanked their season. And he fired him right before the Arsenal game?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, new manager bump.
Dude. New manager bump.
New manager bump.
That's crazy. What in the world?
I don't know, man. I was just on Twitter perusing right before we got on here, and I saw it break. And I was like, oh. Well, Jason and me are both wrong about that. So,
so stupid.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, don't have to really worry about Nottingham Forest that much this year. So
no. What?
Oh,
apparently
more breaking news.
Hold on.
Daniel is
no, that can't be. So I don't know how true this is, but there's some reports floating around Twitter that Zidane is taking over Fenerbahçe which is a Turkish club, which is where Mourinho is right now. There's just no way. There's no way that's true.
Mourinho to Nottingham Forest?
I don't know. I doubt it. Oh, that was 11 hours ago. That doesn't happen. That's not true.
Okay.
Andre Santos is starting tonight. João Pedro and Esteval are both on the bench.
Nice.
I sent you the picture earlier today that Lavia is a real person again. He was training today.
It's good.
So,
good news.
Yeah, Badiashile is back as well. So
dude, we're getting like the whole team back. This is great.
I know. It is. It is crazy that everybody is coming back. Guess who one of the early favorites to replace Nuno is?
Mourinho.
No.
Zinedine Zidane.
No.
Ruben Amorim. No, I'm just kidding.
Postecoglou.
Oh my god. They are stupid. They are real stupid.
Dude, it's pretty dumb. Oh, and then Daniel Levy got fired too this week. I mean, like shit has been happening, which is just crazy. And then
I feel bad for Nuno. I'm sorry.
I feel bad for Nuno. I do feel bad for Nuno. That is, like I said, their owner's an asshole. Like,
he got mistreated by Wolves, and now he's getting mistreated by Nottingham Forest. So this is insane. And he's actually like a very competent coach. I rate him pretty well.
To be fair, he sucked at Tottenham when he was there. But
yeah, but who doesn't suck at Tottenham? I'm just saying.
Okay, fair. Valid point, Jason. I stand corrected.
Here's the thing, though. Now that Levy's out, though, with Tottenham, that becomes a real interesting situation.
I think it has the reverse effect. I think it becomes worse.
Okay, I hope you're right.
From what I read about it, they don't plan on replacing him, and it's now the kids of the owner of Tottenham that are sort of starting to run things. I have a feeling that's why Levy was still there, was because of the owner. And now that the kids are starting to run things, they didn't like Levy and they think they can do a better job. And I think they're going to suck.
Not that I wish this upon anyone, but have you looked in the Tottenham sphere of the internet to see what they've been thinking about this?
I think it's very split. I think because a lot of Tottenham didn't like Levy, but then he had a really good transfer window this year. And I think what happened is they got pissed off a couple years ago when they didn't buy anybody, because Levy came out and said, hey, we're building a new stadium. We can't afford people, blah, 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 whatever. And that happened. And so people wanted him gone then. But then they won Europa this past year. And then they had a good transfer window. And I think that's why people are pissed. Because it's like, wait, we're on the up and up, and you just fired the guy. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Same thing with Postecoglou. Like, I think they were split on that too, because it's like, we were on the up and up, but we just fired our manager and the guy that was running everything. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at their Reddit. He deserves immense credit for his overall body of work at the club.
What, one trophy? Literally, you deserve one trophy.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, but they got like $1 billion stadium, man.
They do. Their stadium is nice. You gotta give them credit for that. Some of us would have $1 billion stadium if we actually had a place to put it. But I
know, man. I mean, I was listening to Matisse talk the other day, and he was talking about how because we're getting shit for how we make money essentially at Chelsea, and
fair.
One of the arguments is we don't pull in a lot of match day stuff because we have one of the smaller stadiums.
Correct.
So we have to get real creative. Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
So anyway, that's the Premier League. Yeah, we got to talk about us.
Yeah, but that leads into that. That's a good segue you just did there into the transfer window for this year, because we can break it down by, like, I guess, who we think is the best signings. I mean, I think everybody that went, we can we'll go through the list, but it's really not, that much. And then we can sort of give an overall grade at the end. But we did this season in the transfer window. One, we made a profit.
It's crazy.
While also spending $300 million. So
crazy.
We sold over 300 million pounds or dollars, whatever, pounds, I guess, of players this summer. That's how much we banked.
That's insane.
Yes.
Plus the 150 million we got from the Club World Cup. I mean, it was a crazy summer. It was a
It
very
really
profitable
was.
summer.
It was. And that's the thing that like people like, everybody talks about the big thing is like what's your net spend, your net spend or whatever. But like just for reference, this summer, Arsenal spent 292 million. So they spent a little bit less than us, not by much. You want to guess how many outgoings they had, Jason? How much they spent in outgoings?
I mean, that's the thing. Like these bigger clubs aren't super selling clubs, or some of them aren't.
Right.
Liverpool has kind of become one, but I'm going to say 3 outgoings for Arsenal.
I don't know how many. What's the number? The price? Sorry.
Oh, that they brought in?
Yeah,
or
they
that
brought
they
in.
sold for?
Yeah.
Oh, 50, 60 million, maybe.
30.
Ah!
So their net spend was $262 million.
That's okay. So, they won't get shit for that. It's
exactly.
But it's gonna be we're corrupt and they're not.
Exactly. And see, that's my point is like we literally are in the pot. Yes, we bought a shit ton of players, but we sold a shit ton of players too.
But Daniel, we basically just transferred money between accounts because we sold them to Strasbourg.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
How much of our money how many players do we sell to Strasbourg? That's what we need to know.
We bought one from Strasbourg. Chilwell went to Strasbourg. Well, technically Chilwell went on free, according to Transfer Market.
That's money laundering.
Yeah, Amogu. Amogu was the only one we sold to Strasbourg. Now, did we loan them players? Yes, we loaned them. Paez is there. We bought Mamadou Sarr from them and then loaned him back to them. And then Tenders is there as well. So, I mean, like, it was literally 14 million that we paid Strasbourg for Sarr, and then they paid us 14.5 for Amogu.
Daniel, this puts a lot of holes in my narrative. How dare you?
Oh, we got too many goos and like.
Yeah, my wife was saying we have a lot of names that end in O, so she was having trouble understanding or knowing who that. Well, and she didn't watch that much last season, and so she's come into this season, and we got even more players. So she's playing a little catch up here.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. Like I just want. That's what I think this transfer window needs to be put in perspective with. Is did we spend? We spent 328 million is what I have. But we brought in 332.
Yeah, exactly. We had a positive of 4 million. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We had Liverpool, Liverpool spent 400 and something, but they at least sold 200 and something on top of that. So, their net spend was still 200 and something million, but that's a lot better than, Arsenal and what they did. It's just like 262 million without getting money. And this is the point. This is one thing that I will say that I do. And the reason this happens, because United's the same way. They don't sell. Arsenal doesn't sell. The reason we can move on players, and notice the players that haven't moved on, like Sterling, for example, he's the best one. It's because of wages. Right. And now that we actually have wage structure at our club, that is one reason we can move play. Now, whether you agree with the flipping of players or whether you don't agree with the flipping of players, that's a whole nother argument. I'm just saying the fact that we have a wage structure now is a very good thing, especially when it comes to selling players.
Right. I was just looking up like what our net spend is under Boehly & Co right now, and I think it's probably close to $1 billion. So I would say like, yes, there is an acknowledgement that when the new ownership came in, they invested heavily in the club.
Right.
At the time, and I would still say some of those players haven't worked out, like Sterling.
Oh, right? Yeah. Chilwell worked out for a little while.
Yeah. But at the time, like they put a lot of investment in the club in a lot of like younger, unproven players. Mm-hmm. But also the thing that is coming to fruition is what you said, is the wage structure. And that's one of the reasons, Sterling being a prime example, that we can't move him on. Is because he got an insane wage contract, or insane wages in his contract. So, and he's obviously like, I know he wants to play, because why wouldn't you?
But I don't know if he does. I'm not convinced he does.
Yeah.
I think he's an asshole and he wants to sit at home on his ass. And collect a paycheck every week.
That is the flip side. You get 300-something thousand a week, and you don't have to. But yeah, it is kind of wild that that we have spent this much in transfers, but also they're consolidating it. You could spin it this way: they're consolidating assets.
Hotel, I like that. Yeah.
They're consolidating assets. We own another club.
We do
that. So we own another club, and we're able to almost use that club as a farm club. Because
in a farmer's league.
In a farmer's league. Because we were using the loan system as a farmer's league. No.
And then they closed that loophole.
And then they closed it. Yeah. And so, but yeah, we have, like, here's the deal. And we'll talk about, we've teased it all episode. But we'll finally talk about our transfers and what we think about this window. But if this season comes good, like it did in the Club World Cup, which is crazy, they're very, and albeit I will continue to say this, risky, not 100% in the bag strategy that everybody likes to pretend these guys are geniuses for, is actually paying off. And nobody else in their right mind would do what they've done. But it is ballsy for sure. And the thing is, they might be building like an interesting foundation moving forward because it's coming good now.
Yeah.
But if it had all went tits up and got real bad, we wouldn't be having some of the conversations we've been having. But the flip side of that is, instead of consolidating assets, they're covering their asses.
Yeah.
And then also,
good. That was good.
And then also, it can be seen weirdly if we are giving players to a club like that is in our system and using them to cook the books, while also, by the way, leaving insane amounts of money on the table because God forbid we get a sponsor. But
let happen.
That's crazy.
No word on the street.
But right now, where we are, this is a good place to be, and the excitement is still there because our season hasn't imploded yet.
We haven't made it to December.
We haven't made it to December. Exactly. So we'll see what happens. I think the transfer window as a whole and the amount of money clubs spent is it's not going to be the narrative that it is with us, because it just is a narrative in of itself with us, and people like to shit on us. But also, apparently, Liverpool are digging into the market now, and Arsenal's digging into the market now. Mm-hmm. And we can still convince Arsenal to pay premiums for players that we consider excess. So that's kind of strange. That Arsenal-Liverpool game, man, Madueke was Madueke all day. I was like, that's the player that used to be for us. I think it's interesting. I'm ready to dig into ours.
All right. So let's start. I guess let's just go. Let's do the outgoings, because I feel like there's going to be more to talk about with the incomings than outgoings. So Madueke gone, Nkunku gone, took him long enough. João Felix gone, dumb as a pie ever. Petrovic gone, has not looked good this year, by the way. Ugo Chukwu gone. Dewsbury Hall gone. Has looked really good this year. Renato Vega, RIP, Pro Vega podcast. Broja gone. Don't know how we got 23 million for Broja. That might be the biggest fleecing that nobody is talking about. Like
crazy.
That is a fleecing of it. So that's more of a fleece than getting the 56 for Madueke.
Yeah.
Just insane. Chuck Waminka, RIP Pro Chuck podcast. Nico loan. Amogu to Strasbourg. Bashir Humphreys to Burnley. Kepa to Arsenal again for whatever reason. I don't find. I mean, I guess the only thing I can think is Arteta has a fetish for short goalkeepers because Kepa's not the tallest and Ray is pretty short himself. So Arteta has a thing for short keepers. Bettinelli went to City. Gilchrist gone. Sad. Some other people are going out on loan. Those aren't as important, but I think I know. With a lot of these outgoings, it's dead weight off the books. Chilwell gone. I don't know. They say on here that it was a free transfer, so I don't know if we bought Chilwell out and then he went to Strasbourg, but I don't know why Chilwell would do that if we bought him out. So I feel like,
that's interesting.
I feel like we sold him just for the cheap. That one's probably shady. But we got rid of. Nkuku just didn't work out here. Felix, Dumba. And then you start getting into these other players. Okay, Petrovic, profit off of. Ugochukwu, profit off of. Dewsbury Hall, profit off of.
Right.
Renato Vega, profit off of. Broja, pure profit. Chuck, profited off of. Nani, profited off of. So you look at the top 1, 2. Felix, I think we broke even on. So I'm not going to say we made a profit off of Felix because he was only here for a year.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players that we've bought since Boley and them took over that we flipped, and people want to talk about us not being a club that flips players. And my thing is, I don't really have a problem with the players that we chose to flip this time.
Right.
But there's going to come a point in time where they flip the wrong player and it's fans off. I guarantee you next summer, they're flipping one of our wingers. I don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah.
We've already bought Quinde for $50 million. Quinde is not coming in here to be a backup of a backup.
Right.
So you have Garnacho, Gittins, Neto, Esteval. Who's going? I don't know. But somebody is.
Gittins probably.
It'll be whichever one they can make the most money off of. I honestly think that's one reason I don't know. According to them, Garnacho can win the Ballon d'Or, which is just one of the most laughable things I've ever heard. Not from any of this, but
I
don't know. They're going to end up flipping the wrong player and the fans will turn on it. I feel like fans don't realize that they're already doing this.
Right.
And that's why we made 300 this year, because they flipped players. And it was because it was players that nobody really, Chuck was here for like half a year. He was hurt. Vega, fans turned on him when he said he didn't want to be a Swiss Army knife anymore. Nkuku was hurt thanks to Ed Sheeran, ruined his Chelsea career. Nani Madueke was a very divisive player. Some people liked him, other people didn't. So it's one of those things. So what's your thoughts on the way we're doing business now? Like how we're with these transfers? Is there anybody that you're sad to see go, Jason, from this transfer window?
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that's the thing is I don't get sad for seeing some of these players go. I feel like I probably used to. I get sad for the potential of some of them.
Yeah.
And how excited we were and how much we rated some of them. I don't necessarily out of this crop, outside of some of the young people that we were excited for, Gilchrist, who arguably didn't add that much when he came on in Super Sub role last year, but like his energy was incredible.
Oh yeah,
and it was like in high contrast to the energy that the team was bringing most of the season. And I think sometimes we get lulled into a sense of this player's really amazing because they actually ran a little bit during the game. Yeah, but it's usually some of like the younger kids, I think nowadays that I'm like, oh, that would have been fun if they got into the team. But out of that crop of players, I don't think there's anybody that like I'm super sad to see go that like I was really endeared to.
Yeah.
Which again, like you got to give Chili like some credit, even though he's mildly absent, like absent for the past couple seasons. But like,
right.
Reese is like the last of the Champions League winning side on the team.
Last player we have. He's it. Yeah.
But what's crazy is that like there was something about that team. I don't know, man. I was watching this like American couple who like have just gotten into soccer, and they were watching this video that you might have seen on YouTube. It's called The Beauty of Football, and it basically just takes like all these incredible moments that we all know if you've watched football for a little bit of time, and just puts them together with like this crazy inspirational music. And like I'm watching it, it's like pretty emotional. And then, dude, that 2012 Champions League win gets me every time.
Every time, chills every up time. The spine every stinking time.
It's incredible, and like I haven't felt that close to a team. And there are players that you and I like a lot, like
but and like, that was when we started following the team too. Like the players that were on like the team, we started following the team. Like you said, it was a few years before that. But when we started following the team, like Drogba, Lampard, Terry, like those people were staples, and we thought, legends of Chelsea. Like this is the way it's always going to be. And then we signed Hazard after that.
Yeah,
and and it just we thought it was going to continue, and it didn't. But I know what you mean. Yeah,
but I don't know if it's just because you would not like. But even the team before that, it's just like Mason Mount was on the team, Havertz is on the team. You know what I mean? It's just
Werner. Like, don't forget Timo.
Yeah, and Werner, and like I wanted him to do amazing, right? But like none of the players like from that side like are that. I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah,
once a Chelsea player, always a Chelsea player, right? But like at the end of the day, it's just like, no, but like
unless you're a snake, Courtois, Mason.
What you know? What's really annoying about Courtois is how good he is. It's
obnoxious. Damn it! It's so weird. Yeah,
but like there's a sense of. There's still a sense of pride. Like I love claiming that we have 2 Champions Leagues, but man, I'm just not as endeared to those players. And I don't know if like some of that was that team, and then you get the new ownership, and you mostly have always seen them for what they are, and they are an investment firm trying to flip players for a profit. And like we can talk about the philosophy, whether or not you're supposed to do that as a football club, and like is this good for the game? And it's just like I think it's the new models in football.
I would agree.
And I don't know if some of that plays like a foundational role in like how we feel about players. Like I don't know if it's just like a
don't get too attached.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is.
So
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. No. Go ahead.
I just don't. I just wrestle with it. Does that play a role? I guess is like the final thought there. Like, is that like keeping me from? But like, dude, we are Esteval podcast.
Yes.
Like 100%. That guy is awesome. Reece James is probably still my favorite player. Like, I'd never want to see him hurt again. And if anybody hurts him, I will flip this table and fly to England. But like, it's just like there are players on the team that you and I really like and that we want to see succeed. And like, I think Caicedo is one of the best players right now in the midfield, and like it is awesome seeing Cole Palmer in there, and like so maybe we are seeing like the rise of like some of these kind of legend, and the more they play together and the more they get to play, like because Levi Colwill was there, man, he was doing that for us,
and
I think like there's just been a few years now where we've had like a less degree of leadership on the pitch, which is what we used to say is like a huge like knock against the team. It's like they're really young, we don't have experience, and like we didn't have these big personalities that could take a game on their shoulders. And like if Terry's not doing it, then Lampard's doing it. If Lampard's not doing it, then Drogba is doing it. And then you got the Anelkas of the team, and then you got the Ashley Coles of the team, and
Ramirez,
and then you got Czech and goal. And like if they're not doing, like they're all like just huge titans like in our minds, and like we have another Champions League winning side, and none of those players feel like titans in the same way. And I don't know where the disconnect is, and then you roll that into the new ownership. So I don't know if that's foundationally like just like the distance is there, but with this squad now, the squad's exciting to watch and fun, and we got some really good talented kids in the squad because they're all kids, because we don't have anybody that's old. Not even James is that old. It's crazy. Except Tosin. Tosin's like the dad of the group.
But like Uncle Tosin. That's what Twitter calls him. Uncle Tosin.
Yeah. But I think like locker room wise, this crew seems a little more together than the last crew did.
Yeah. So it's more likable for sure.
Yeah. So I guess that plays a role. So yeah, the outgoings, like there are some that I'm sad about as like some of the younger academy guys, but overall I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and I think your point is, I mean, it sort of is, you want to get philosophical on the whole thing, is like we are like it's almost it's almost like a direct correlation in society now about how we're just like a now society, like give me now, like there's no patience, there's no like we want the brightest, newest things, and we want it now, and that's sort of the way it is. Like I feel like with this board, like they want the newest, shiniest toy, but if it means they have to get rid of their other toy for money, that means they get money now. So it's just like we're getting both of what they want. Like they're getting the young talent, and they're also getting the money. So it's one of those things. Like I don't know and then in the fans, it breeds this sense of like this isn't the club that I've known. Like, and then you have the purists. Like, and it is a philosophical debate. Like, is this the way a soccer club should be run, or should it be run through the academy? Because I mean, we've always had one of the best academies in Europe. Like, I mean, two of the best players in the Premier League came through our academy, in De Bruyne and Salah, over the last couple of years. Like, those were our academy players. Didn't work out at Chelsea, but they still succeeded. Like, they went elsewhere, came back to Premier League and conquered. Like, it's one of those things. Like, we've always produced really good academy talent. That doesn't really happen anymore. Like, you can't, like, I mean, you can name a few people. And there's Chelsea academy players that are starting out there, but they're not as dominant, I feel like, as we once were. And I don't feel like we have those people in our academy right now that are coming up that are going to be world changers, like the De Bruynes and the Salahs and the Lampards and the Terry. Like, we don't have any of those. Like, Colwell will never be John Terry. I'm sorry, he's just not as good as John Terry. Like, he's good, and I like Colwell, don't get me wrong, but he'll never be John Terry. So it is, and it's like it does breed this disconnect. So when we lose players, it's like not that big of a deal. Like when Drogba left, it was sad. It sucked. Like, and then he went to the MLS and whatever. But and then Lampard went to the US and then came back and played for City for a little while. Like, and it's like
best manager ever.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, and I really honestly feel like that Champions League, the last Champions League team, I think people were more endeared to the manager, to Tuchel, than they were to the players on that team. Like, after that, like after Tuchel got fired, the love that he received, like you don't see that a lot for Chelsea managers. Like, Lampard got it because of his playing time here. Like, it was just a respect thing for Lampard. Mourinho got it the second time around for what he did the first time around. Like, so like most managers, like by the end of Potter's term, people hated Graham Potter. Nobody liked Pochettino when he started. Like, but everybody loves Tuchel.
It's a really good point, though, because the parallel, too, with the managers has always been they'll be here a season and a half, and then we get a new one. Yeah, so it's very similar.
No attachment. So it's just like we reversed it where we want a manager to be here for a while.
Right.
Even though that hasn't happened under this administration yet, but we haven't had a manager make it past the season. So,
right.
Well, Maresca, I guess, is our longest tenured manager now.
Crazy.
So, it is.
Crazy.
Tuchel made it 7 Matt. Yeah.
He got a full preseason, Maresca did.
He did.
No excuses. He got 2 full preseasons.
2 full preseasons. And so it's the outgoings, it doesn't, like, I'm sort of like you. I'm not sad to see Chuck go. Do I think Chuck is going to end up having a pretty decent career? I do. Am I sad to see Madueke go? No. Am I sad to see Joao Felix go? Absolutely not.
I know. It's crazy.
Like, am I sad to see Kepa go? The world's biggest flop ever? No. Like, I just don't like. I'm like Vega. I like Vega. I think Vega's going to be a very good center back. I really wish he would have gotten a chance to play center back for us, but I also understand that he had to accept the role as a backup because Colwell's our starting left center back. So I understand that. And if you don't want to do that, then go to another club. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, I don't know. It's a changing times. I don't think there's a need to debate whether it's the right way to run a club. Like, my whole thing about that is you can like it or you can not like it. It's not our money. Like, you don't get to – you want to run a soccer club the way that you feel like you want to run a soccer club, go make a couple $1 billion, buy yourself a soccer club, and run it how you want to run it.
Yeah.
And then you can tell people how to run a soccer club. So,
Yeah, and I think the money situation is interesting too. Like, I just hear so many people talk about money, and we're like, at the end of the day, I just can't help but feel like we're all just talking out of our ass. And like, because we only know so much, but it all comes down to like, I guess I don't know. Fans are so into the money, and like you mentioned it on here too. But like at the end of the day, as long as they're doing stuff that doesn't get us fines or like get us docked points.
Well, they've done the first one.
Yeah, I know.
They've gotten fined.
Hey, though, they didn't have to pay the rest of the fine because they met our transfer strategy worked out to the point where we were able to beat stuff. And then also, even though I'm looking at the Chelsea squad right now, just to see how big it is at the moment, Mudryk is listed at the very bottom of the list. So as one of the members of our squad, which is crazy, but
I mean, they still haven't ruled, like, which is crazy. Like,
that's crazy. That's so stupid.
It is.
Anyway, the last 2 on our list, we have 29 players listed on the squad, the official squad page. 3 of those are goalkeepers. And then 2 of them, well, one of them is Mudryk. The other one is Buonanotte, who said in his Instagram message that he was like, when he came to the club, was super excited to play Champions League, and we left him off.
Yeah, we left
the list.
Yep,
that's crazy. So anyway,
it's probably because he can't. Like, it was probably because of the whole thing we worked out with UEFA. I hadn't heard a reason why he got left off. That's just sort of what I assumed when I saw the Champions League roster.
It's crazy, but like,
unless where's he from? I know he's not English, but is he Argentinian? I don't know. I think he's Argentinian, but
he's an Italian player.
Oh, he's Italian. Okay,
where he came from. Yeah.
So he came from Brighton. I know where he came from. He came from Brighton.
Okay, yeah, Brighton.
But I don't know. So he wouldn't count, like, because that's why we can have.
No, you're right. He is from Argentina. Why did I? Yeah. Buonanotte sounds very Italian.
I don't know. I thought
My bad.
I mean,
he's from Argentina.
My point still would be the same whether he was Italian or Argentina. Because like we can have like Josh. I know Josh is on the secondary list. Who else is on the secondary? Because there's a couple people that are on the B squad that can still play because they're homegrown and they're under 21. I can't think of who the other ones are, but I know Josh is one of them because he's the one that stood out to me. But they can still be on the roster. So it is interesting that he did get left off that roster.
Yeah, that's so weird. But that leads us to who we brought in.
That's right. Who we brought in. So I guess Do you just want to read off the list of who we brought in, Jason? And then I read off how much, or do you want, I have it pulled up if you want me to read it.
Yeah, you do it, because I'm just looking at the squad as is right now.
Okay.
And honestly, there's not that many players that are on here. Just weird.
Okay, so first off, we have Mark Guiu, who went on loan to Sunderland for a whole 2 matches and is now back with Chelsea.
After Delop went down.
Right, after Delop went down. Where am I? We talked about Bunanote. He is on loan from Brighton.
Yep.
We technically bought Kennedy Paez this summer, who is now on loan at Strasbourg.
Yep.
We also brought Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg. He is now back at Strasbourg. We bought Asugo because Lavia can't stay healthy.
Who apparently Asugo just got hurt.
What? When?
Duty. Yeah, I just saw that. Breaking news from several hours ago. Yeah, he felt something in his muscle during training.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Wouldn't he? Anyway, so there's that. Asugo, we got him for where is it? So Paez was 20, Sarr was 14, Asugo was 22, Esteval, Lord and Savior, 34, best deal on the planet. Delop, 35 from Ipswich.
Okay.
Hato, however you say his name, 44. The scum of the earth, Garnacho, 40. I gotta change my attitude about Garnacho because I've got to
get. He's in a blue shirt now.
He's in a blue shirt now. I've got to stop calling him like MJK, Timu, MJK, and whatever else I call. I got to start calling him a Chelsea player, Garnacho. Gittins was 56, and then João Pedro 63. So
it's funny how much Garnacho and Mudryk remind me of each other in weird ways. And it's almost like we just did a like for like.
So, yeah. Garnacho just needs a butterfly tattoo and only Jesus on his neck.
Well, he has a tattoo. He has like 2 lines of stuff right here on his neck.
Yeah. But it's got to be a butterfly, man.
Yeah.
Only Jesus.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess, okay, let's just put it this way. I think, I don't know, maybe we can probably both agree on this. The player clearly with the most potential, with the most upside out of these players that we signed is Esteval.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's any debating any of that, even though I guess when Stanley and Stewart would tell you that it's Garnacho because he's going to win the Ballon d'Or one day.
That's wild. Yeah.
It's just crazy. But Esteval, for his age and what he brings to the table, I feel like is by far the most potential. So let's just sort of let's not talk about Esteval a lot because I feel like we've talked about Esteval enough on this podcast, how amazing he is. Best player in the world, hands down. Yamal, who it's Esteval. Yeah. It is freaking Esteval. He scored the other night, his first goal for Brazil. Mm-hmm. So that's my shout out for Esteval. So out of this list, Jason, that I just read, all right. So who has the most potential to be? I just want to throw this one out there because I think it'll be fun to be the biggest bust.
Oh, bust.
So in bust, we're going to start with the bust. So meaning that this can be anywhere from they're going to just be shit at Chelsea. It could have to do with their price tag. They're just not going to live up to their price tag. I look at Sesko at United. I just don't think Sesko will ever live up to that price tag. Now, whether you consider him a flop or not, that's up to your judgment. I just don't think he'll ever live up to the price tag. I don't think Madueke is ever going to live up to $56 million. I don't think Wirtz is ever going to live up to his price tag at Liverpool. I think Isak will, and Editike has a pretty good shot at it, but I don't think Wirtz will because we've seen too many people from the Bundesliga come here and just be average. If you will. But anyway, who do you think has the potential to be maybe the biggest flop on here? I know we don't want to talk, but just have fun with it, man.
Oh yeah, I think Jamie Giddens for sure.
Really?
I think watching him play right now, unless things change heavily, he does not have it right now, and his play is very uninspired. It's just lackluster. It's very mid all around. Passing, decision making, crossing, positioning, the routes he runs, like it just isn't. He just isn't there. And for him to have cost $56 million, I think is and this is where price again. Yes, I don't like talking about price, but it's like where if you're going to talk about it in this way, then biggest flop. I think potentially Jamie Giddens.
Yeah,
and then Garnacho right after.
I would agree with that.
Or just flip flop them. It doesn't matter. And then I think with what you paid for Isugo, that's a pretty good buy. I think.
Yes, I agree.
And then let's just talk about the players that we didn't loan back, I guess. But we already talked about Esteval, Liam Delap. If he was looking pretty good, and I think he's going to be an amazing weapon that we have, depending on who we want to play up top between him and Pedro, or João Pedro. There's a lot of option there if he comes back and he doesn't stay injured for the rest of the season.
Yes.
That's going to be the trick there. I think Jarrell Hato, man, it looks really good. But I would say, or that looks like a really good signing right now, even though we haven't seen him. But Jamie Giddens and Garnacho, I think potentially with the baggage Garnacho brings and the uninspired play of Giddens right now looks pretty rough. So the rest of everybody, I'm decently happy with at the moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it won't change if Hato gets in and totally F's it up, but that guy's got a ton of experience, but so does Giddens. That's the thing. The reasons I like Hato, are the same reasons I like Giddens. They're very young, but they got 200 games between them or something.
Yeah, Champions League experience from both of them.
Great. They're just both incredibly experienced. I just don't think Giddens has found his footing yet, and I get worried that he won't, which tends to happen to our wingers. So, and our striker, it tends to happen to the front line a lot right now in this modern era of Chelsea. So that's what I would say. I'd say Giddens or Garnacho, the two G's on the team right now.
Yeah.
You gotta worry about them.
I think Giddens reminds me so much of Nico. The potential's there. And I just don't know if he'll ever reach the potential that we think he should reach, or based off the price tag. I just don't that was a lot of money to pay for him. I think I would have rather have gotten Garnacho and gotten somebody more versatile like a Xavi Simons. And then because we have Quinde coming in next year, then you have Garnacho and Quinde on the left, you have Xavi to back up Palmer in the middle, and you have Esteval and Neto on the right, and Neto can flip-flop.
Right.
I feel like we would have been a lot more balanced with that. Understand Giddens fits the profile of what Maresca wants, a touchline winger, he wants somebody to play like that. And Giddens does have a ton of experience, but I just feel like we're always going to be what could have been with him, sort of like we are with Nico. Nobody's going to hate the kid. There are people that hate Nico. We don't necessarily dislike Nico. We think Nico has a ton of potential. I like Nico. He needs to get his attitude in check. But other than that, I feel like his potential is there. He's just green. I think Giddens is sort of the same way. He's green, he's raw, despite having experience. I just don't know if he'll ever reach that potential. Garnacho, for different reasons, is an asshole and has off-the-field issues, which is why I wouldn't see him reaching his potential here at Chelsea. Now, they claim they vetted him. I don't know if they vetted his brother or not, because he's the real asshole in all this. Maybe Garnacho comes here and does what Cole Palmer did. Not saying to that level. I don't think he's of the level of player of Cole Palmer, but comes here and has a decent season like Cole Palmer did. He just needed a change of environment to show what he can do. But I don't know. I just think I gotta stop. I just think Garnacho's a freaking prick.
Yeah.
And if he ends up being a prick for us and scoring goals and doing stuff and rallying up the other team, and he's our little asshole, I can embrace him in that situation. But he's got to perform. He's got to be Diego Costa-esque.
Yes.
Because he was an asshole. But damn it, Diego Costa was our asshole. And I love him.
Exactly.
So
I think they're Yeah, it's about to get really interesting winger situation wise between Garnacho and Neto Esteval,
Yeah,
and it's about to get real interesting. And then does that play a role if Garnacho doesn't get the minutes? Does that play a role? But because it's one thing to like want to go play for a place and then like really push for the move and then get your wish, and then
yeah.
the reality sets in that Neto and Esteval continue to play. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think he starts first game. I think him and Neto start.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be
I
so
don't like
tough.
saying that, but I think that's what happens. He's been training since like he didn't go on international break.
Yeah.
So he's been training.
I mean, yeah, I think you're probably right. It's just
I don't like saying that. It is disappointing. I agree 100%.
Yeah. I also think the sporting directors are really depending on, and granted, I'm not saying they can't depend on this, and it is good that they can depend on this. But Maresca has proven, I think, that he can get the dressing room behind him and has created like a good atmosphere in the dressing room by all reports that are coming out. Like he's managed to turn around a situation that was insane when like Pochettino was like, I just let him work it out on the field. Who's penalty taking?
Pochettino, no control, and we're seeing that with the United States men's team right now. It's just
exactly.
in the complete shitter.
That's just a crazy way to run that. Especially when you got a bunch of like really young egos. I mean, these kids are young, dude. Like, so yeah, that's just like to not have a structure for them is weird. But also I think they are heavily depending on Maresca to have to like really get this Garnacho situation under control. Now, granted, he didn't quite get Nico disciplinary issues worked out. Yeah. Although I do think that he has created really strong ties in the dressing room, which I think will probably help Garnacho in the long run. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, that's a lot of pressure to put on a manager who probably didn't want Garnacho in the first place. But I don't know.
He would have liked a goalkeeper and center back, though. I know that much.
And that's going to affect the rating that we give this window later because that is proving pretty costly not to think ahead in that way with Colwell going down. So yeah, for me, it's Gittins and Garnacho. I don't know how that left wing is about to look. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I think like Neto's a very divisive player amongst Chelsea fans. Like a lot of them like him, a lot of them don't. And a lot of people that like him for various odd reasons. Like, and they all like him for different reasons. And you go read Reddit, and if it's a thread about Neto, you're going to get 50 different opinions about why he's a good player, 50 different opinions about why he's a bad player, and they're going to overlap. Like he crosses too much. His crosses are brilliant. He can't take his players one-on-one, but he's really fast. And it's just like
I can sum up Neto in 2 words, maybe one hyphenated word. He is one note. There's not a lot about his play that is very dynamic. He is fast. He runs down that wing. He crosses the ball. Like that is it. That is Neto to a T. He's not going to score that much. And in the first 3 games, he hasn't gotten that many options in the box like he was doing a little bit last year at various times.
And the Club World Cup. He had a really good Club World Cup.
Yeah. No, you're right. And maybe I'm being overly harsh, but
no, I mean,
like he is just not that dynamic.
I'm not the biggest pro Neto fan. I would give me Esteval all day on the wing over Neto starting. But I know that's not going to happen because he's experienced and whatever. So I don't know, but so who do you think has the most? I think we both agree that Delop has the most bang for his buck upside because, like I said, we're not counting Esteval in this.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't take Esteval, I think Delop has the most bang for his buck, potential out of all these players. Like for what we paid for him, I thought was very reasonable because of the release clause because Ipswich went down. I think he's probably normally a 60 or 65 just because of the market. Not that I think he's that valuable, just because what the market says he's worth. He's probably a 60 million pound striker if he didn't have the release clause. So we get him for 35, probably half of what he's worth. And I think it's like you said earlier, he brings something different to the team. He brings something exciting to the team. I just think that he has the most upside without being considered a flop. Like if he just comes in and gets 10 goals a season and 6-7 assists, 12 goals maybe, I don't think anybody would be like, okay, that's fine. Because at the inverse of that, you would have João Pedro probably doing the same thing. So if you have João Pedro and him coming in and giving you 22, 23 goals, 24 goals between them, having double-digit assists between them, I don't think anybody would complain about that.
Yeah.
I think that would be great seasons from both of them.
Here's going to be the only downside against Esteval, and it's not Esteval's fault. If they don't play him enough, that's going to be the issue with Esteval's rookie season here.
That's fair.
If they give him playing time, then yes, I completely agree. Esteval is the most upside potentially.
Yeah.
I said it like on a previous podcast, and I still.
Do you still think he has? No, I want to ask you while I'm thinking, because of that point you just made. Do you think though that his upside is still greater than say a Delop, even if he doesn't play as much this year because he's only 18?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
Or do you think this would hurt? Do you think this would hurt his growth?
I think if they don't play him, I think Esteval will grow at this club a lot, like versus like a Palmeiras, and he's already getting international duty and he's already scoring for his team. I think he's already I think the dude's living the dream right now. So I think he's going to have a really good season. I think the only hindrance is going to be, do they play him enough? I think he'll get a lot of chances. But I think Esteval will kill in just about every single time he gets out on that pitch. I think he's gonna roll.
Yeah.
I think that more about him than just about any other player. But I'm going to throw João Pedro's name into here.
Oh yeah.
I said it on our previous podcast. I think João Pedro is one of the signings of the season of the Premier League.
100%.
And I don't think people are ready for him. And I think in the first to come into the Club World Cup, do what he did, and then win it, and then. He is our biggest scoring outlet at the moment. And the dude can head a ball,
he can head a ball. We haven't had that.
Yeah. I think João Pedro will be played most of the season. And that is what I was trying to draw the contrast with Esteval. I think João Pedro will be the go-to. And I think Delop will get a lot of minutes. So I'm with you. I think Delop comes in, he scores some double-digit stuff. I think he's fully capable of doing that. Delop costs half of what João Pedro does. So I think by that alone would probably make him a bang for your buck buy more than João Pedro. But also it is nice to know that we paid 60-something million for João Pedro, and the dude will come in and is already performing and is already playing at a really high level. So it's a nice problem for Maresca to have, because he does have options, except with the Delop injury, he's out for a little while. But yeah, I think João Pedro is one of my most exciting signings of the window. Yeah, and I probably wouldn't have said that I would have wanted somebody like him, because I would have probably been okay if you get a Nico and you get a Xavi Simons and you get or you keep Nico, you keep Cole, you get Esteval on the wing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Nico gets another season for me, because I still rate Nico, but I can see the argument for and against. But that's the thing with Nico is there were arguments for and against. So I think there's only arguments for Pedro Delap and Esteval right now, which is pretty amazing for most of our front line. So,
awesome. I think João Pedro has a lot of upside. This is my biggest thing with João Pedro. I don't want to hype him up just because of what he's done in these first few matches. He's scored 2, assisted 2. He scored 10 and assisted like 5 or 6 last year. I don't remember. I just looked at it. His injury history makes me cautious too because, I mean, he only missed 1 match last year, which isn't that big of a deal. Previous year, he missed 11. Year before that, he missed 16. Year before that, he only missed 4. So it's sort of like he's had 2 good years.
He's doing better than a lot of than Lavia. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's not the same position, but
that's true. And that's the thing. Like you're sitting here looking at it, and he's had 2 good years, 2 bad years.
Yeah,
so who am I getting out of this in João Pedro? Like, am I getting Mr. Guy that's going to rebound from injuries and be fine, or am I getting freaking Wesley Fofana? Am I getting Lavia? In all this. Like, I don't know. And
I still think his injury record is better than those 2 already.
Right? I would agree with that. Agree with that. So, and I mean, that's the thing is like last year, he only missed 1 match. That's a good season.
Pretty awesome.
You make it through the Premier League only missing 1 match due to injury. Yeah. That's a freaking win. Like, if you miss 2 or 3 matches due to injury, I still think in the climate that these players and what they're putting their bodies through these days with the number of matches that they're playing in a calendar year, anywhere from 3 to 5 matches missed, that's a win just because of what their bodies are going through. So it doesn't make me as nervous as I was about Fofana's when he came in here.
Dude, you called Fofana.
Yeah. Fofana scared the hell out of me when we bought him. He still scares the hell out of me. But I do think João Pedro has an insane upside to him. I just don't want to get my hopes up, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I get that.
Because
I totally get that.
He scored 10, assisted 6 last year. The year before that, he scored 9, assisted 3. So he's gotten better in the Premier League, So we can take that. His improvement. He's already got 2 and 2 this year. So he's already well on pace to break what he did last year. So it's like, I rate him. I think he's a very fun, exciting player. I love his attitude. Like, I love how he just always looks freaking happy out there. Like, just be playing football. Like, that's always a joy to see because some people just look sad a lot. I don't know. Cole Palmer looks like he's about to cry half the time he's out on the pitch or pissed off or something. I don't know. Like, I love his attitude and just the fact that he looks like he's having a shit ton of fun out there. I'm just trying to temper my expectations because I don't want to be.
Totally get that.
I don't want to be hurt again, Jason, by a striker at Chelsea. I'm tired of being hurt by these guys and getting my hopes up, and that they're the next best thing, and then they just crush me.
It's a cursed position, man.
It is, and it's a cursed position. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but I do love João Pedro.
Yeah, if I can alleviate some of that, we now have 2 unique strikers that we can.
Well, 1 right now because the other one's out for a few.
Yeah. But when Delop's back, we'll have 2 frontline guys pretty much.
Probably.
Yeah. But one guy that we haven't talked about because he technically wasn't part of this window, I guess, right? But Andre Santos.
Oh yeah. I guess because he was technically on loan last year. So, yeah, I mean, apparently some Saudi club offered us $60 million for him in the last few days, which I did say that if somebody came along and offered a shit ton of money for Fontes, it wouldn't surprise me if they sold him. I just don't think they can with Lavia not being healthy.
Yeah.
And especially now with you saying Usugo picked up an injury today.
Oh, man.
Or earlier this week in international duty. Like, there's just no way you can sell Santos. And I will say this, Santos has looked better than Enzo this season in the little bit that he's played.
Enzo had a good 3-week break between Club World Cup and start of the season, I think. And it is showing. He's not doing well right now.
Yeah, and he's been on vacation with his family during the international break because he was suspended from international duty with Argentina. So,
oh my God, dude is living it up.
He was on vacation. He's back at Cabo now training, but he has been on vacation. So I don't know.
Bob has it listed as a thigh injury back at the end of the month.
For who? Wait.
Usugo.
Usugo. But he's been in the lineup, has he not?
I think so.
Like
but
on the
like
bench.
but Asugo just got hurt. So
Okay.
right before one of the international games. So yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't know. Joao Pedro scares me not because of the person or the player, strictly because I'm tired of having my heart broken, Jason.
No, I get it.
That's one reason.
What I thought I read part. I'm going to go back to Santos for a second. I thought I read part of the thing was he didn't want to go to the Saudi club too. Like, didn't he turn him down?
I don't know. Probably.
Which is good because, like, one of the worries was during Club World Cup was he wasn't getting enough playing time and he was going to be happy.
Well, that whole debacle that was fun.
Yeah. And so it does seem at least like he still wants to be here. I think he'll get.
He's going to get cup games.
Yes, exactly.
There's no guarantee that the new Lukaku, Fat Enzo, is going to make it through the whole season injury free. So that's highly unlikely that Enzo will go through this season injury free. So I think Santos will end up getting a lot of playing time. I honestly believe that if Madrid come next summer for Enzo, we will sell Enzo. And I will be completely fine with it because we have Santos.
Yeah. I think that'll be good. Man, if we make it through September with no more injuries, right? Like, which is a big ask at this point because it seems like it's just happening every as much as it can.
Yeah.
We'll only have to wait for Delap through mid-October to be back healthy again, apparently.
Yeah, because he'll miss those first few Champions League matches.
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll see, I guess.
That's really when we need him, though, because we need the rotation for Champions League, and that's really when we start needing
It's a really bad injury, or bad timing.
Yeah, at least. Those no contact injuries are always the worst, too. Like the fact that he just pulled up like that. All right, so let's rate the window, Jason. And this is going to be, you alluded to this earlier in the podcast. You're like, it's going to be interesting to rate this window.
Yeah.
And I think my rating is going to surprise people, probably. I don't know about yours. But I will.
Yeah.
I will say this. Esteval saved this window. Joao Pedro saved this window.
Yeah.
Joao Pedro still scares me, so I can't, I don't know. He still scares me.
I would combine Joao Pedro and Delap as
that's
striker guy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes. Because of the good, and it was, if you, I feel like, especially when you're looking at the window, you have to look at, was the business good? Gittins for how much we paid for him is, to me, not good business.
Yeah.
Because of the price tag. If you got Gittins for 25 or 30 million, I probably wouldn't really complain about it.
Yeah. That's you talk about how much we offloaded too, I guess.
Right. And I think that plays, and that's what I was going to say, that plays into this. I feel like if you take out the amount of money we made in this window, and you were just rating the people that we brought in, it's a pretty mid window.
Yeah.
It's not that great.
Yeah.
There's probably Esteval, Paez we won't know about for another year. Because we'll see what he does at Strasbourg. Paez still scares me a little bit. I think Esteval's upside's way more than Paez's. Joao Pedro, Delap. And I mean, that's really it. There are no, and none of those are Delap isn't a marquee signing to me. He's more a bang for your buck signing. You can't pass up the potential when it's that cheap. Esteval, you're signing on potential, but it really wasn't world record money. It was 30-something million. It was a good buy. It was just good business. Joao Pedro is the only one I feel like we paid for. We're getting what we paid for now and stuff like that. I just feel like it was a pretty, if you take out the sales, sort of just an average window.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's your rating?
Oh God! So I think I take that into account that we did make a ton of money, but I do feel like our signings were lackluster. The second part to that is we did not address, to me, the two biggest glaring needs in this team in center back and goalkeeper.
Yep.
So if you don't address those two needs, you're already starting out at a B. Like probably a B minus C plus at the best. Just because, sorry, I'm looking at my phone because I'm bidding on a Kennedy Paez card right now, and it's about to be over. But I'm trying to wrap up my point.
I have to go in a couple minutes anyway.
I know. I was like, so anyway, but that to say, I just like it. Let's just go on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, not a grade. Okay.
Yeah, let's just go one out of 10. I probably give it like a 4.5.
Wow. Okay.
Or I was going to go 4.5 to 5.
Yeah. I'm probably going. I want to do 5 as well. I'll go 6 just to be a little different.
Yeah. I just don't.
But I agree with you. We didn't address the goalkeeper need, and we didn't address. We didn't fully address the left back need, although Jurel Hato might. No, well, he's basically a backup to Cucurella that we're probably going to have to bring in to do some center back duty.
Correct.
As well as being a thing because Colwill went down, which is why you shore up what you need to shore up. Never mind. I'm going to 5. That makes me mad. It makes me mad.
See, it does.
It's not forward thinking enough. And it's like, yes, I agree. Like, I like some of the top attacking options. I love it. But like at the end of the day, like you effed up the Xavi Simons thing, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't like get us a new goalkeeper or another center back option. And now we're going to have a Tosin Chalobah center back pairing for the season. And it's going to be tough.
So, it is. And like my thing is like you needed a center back regardless because I just got the Kennedy Paez rookie card too, by the way.
You got it?
Got it.
Nice.
So the point is, like my thing about the center back too is you already have one center back that hasn't been healthy in 2 seasons since he's been here.
Right.
Your other 2 center backs are probably at best like if we're being realistic, neither one of them is like a star center back in the Premier League.
Yeah,
They're both better than Konate at Liverpool, who starts every week. But he has Van Dijk next to him to cover up for him. Like Levi Colwell's not Van Dijk, so it's one of those things. Like I just feel like that we didn't address that need, and then everybody knows Sanchez sucks. And we wanted a new goalkeeper. And if they tell me that Penders will be our starting goalkeeper next year and that their faith is in Penders, fine. Okay, you didn't buy a goalkeeper, that's fine. But you could have gotten a center back. You can't make an excuse for not getting a center back.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's what brings this window down for me. Like I understand we made $300 million. We are net positive 4, 5, 6 million, whatever we are. But that doesn't outweigh the fact that this was a very mid window that didn't address our needs.
Yeah.
Like we got some depth, but Santos, like you said, was last year.
Right.
So he doesn't even count. That's a backup to Enzo. We got a couple new wingers. Like we could have kept Madueke. I don't really like is Garnacho or Gittins an upgrade from Madueke? No.
He's
like
not.
They're not.
Yeah.
So, like Garnacho, I guess, is to be determined. But Gittins, from what we've seen, is clearly not. He's raw.
Yeah.
So we didn't upgrade there.
Yeah.
So João Pedro and Delop, I do feel like are probably upgrades over Nico.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have a backup for Palmer. We got Bonanucci, whatever the hell his name is, from Brighton on loan.
Yeah.
Usugo is Caicedo's backup now, so at least we have a backup for Caicedo.
Except he's hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like on paper, some of the stalwarts from last season look pretty good, but like, yeah, in terms of like where we should have shored up, we didn't really. So our YouTube thumbnail is going to make us look happier about this window than we are.
Yeah. And I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while. Like, I can't give it a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
You have to take into account like how, and I mean, I get a lot of it's personal opinion too. So it's like, how do I feel like these players are going to do? But then also it's, did they address the needs in the club? And I feel like the two most pressing needs in the club were goalkeeper and defender. I said it on before the transfer window opened on the podcast. I said, that's what we need. We addressed one of the defense issues with Cucurella getting a backup. But then Colwell goes down, and your backup for Colwell is Badiashile, who's hurt, who just got back to training today. And then you were supposed to have who next to Colwell? Chalobah and Tosin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a Premier League winning pairing, man. I'm trying to redo our thumbnail, but it's not working. So we're just going to look happy about it in our thumbnail.
Well, nobody. The good thing is people will already see the thumbnail and they won't know that we're mad about it until this point in the episode.
That's true.
Where they've already seen
it's going to be great.
Right. Yeah, yes. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think this would, like, if you look back on last summer's window was not that great.
Yeah.
And I understand we can't hit on every signing. I understand that. But I at least want people that can come in and, like, I don't know, like, score 15 or 20 goals. Win Golden Glove in the Premier League. Shut down attackers. Like,
that's how our transfer strategy's been, man. It's just banking on the potential of people and not actually buying proven people. So that's been the biggest problem.
And I guess we just have to get used to it because that's the way it is now. I mean,
I was going to say that earlier. We are not the club. We've got to get out of like the old. We've talked about this already, but we got to get out of the old mentality. We are a Brighton type club now that just happens to be in the top 4 at the moment. Like, I could easily see us dropping back down the mid-table at some point. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if we did.
We're going to fluctuate a lot more than what we used to.
Yeah, and I still think the way they're doing it is a gamble. So
it's
but that's why we're not as happy about the transfer window.
And I don't know if we'll ever be happy about a transfer window. I mean, our transfer window next summer, we've already spent $50 million on Quinde, which I think Quinde is going to be good. I rate Quinde. I'm buying his rookie card right now on eBay because I think it's going to go up in value next year.
Right.
So I'm putting stock in Quinde, but I don't know. But again, it's a gamble. He's coming from a unproven league.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is. So
we'll just be having the same conversation next year.
We will be, and we'll be like, we still haven't addressed the center back or goalkeeper situation.
Probably.
So
probably so.
I don't know. But yeah, that's our opinions about the transfer market. I don't know how we talked this long for this. I don't even know. Whatever. I guess we should do predictions. There was. I guess we can do predictions for this weekend. Who do we play this weekend, Jason? I don't even know.
Brentford. We played Brentford.
What's Brentford good this year?
We play Brentford at 2 p.m. on September 13th.
It's not a freaking 6 o'clock game. I'm so happy.
It's a very late game. Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. It is a late game. Palmer hopefully will be back. I know that is the rumor that he would be back. So he posted on his Instagram the other day. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So Brentford lost to Sunderland. They beat Bournemouth and they beat Villa. Is that there?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good start to the season. I mean, I feel like whoever played at Sunderland, that first match was screwed.
Yeah.
Because it just was what it was. So we drew 0-0 with Brentford last year, and we beat them. We struggled against Brentford lately. Jeez.
Yeah, we have. And we're playing there. So we're playing at the G-Tech Stadium. Yeah, man. Well, I'm ready. I have mine.
You ready? Okay. Give me that one. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
All right.
3, 2, 1. 2-2.
3-0 Chelsea. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going for the win, man. I think we're going to win.
I was debating between drawing or losing. So that tells you where my head was at. I don't know, man.
I think this podcast has gotten to you, man. I think you're a little down right now.
I know I am. I was hyped at the beginning. I was up at the beginning, and now I've just come crashing down because of the depressing talk about our transfer window and how it's not as good as what everybody thinks it is. But, whatever.
I agree with you, though, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. I think you probably rate it a little higher than I do. But
I think I do, yeah.
And it'll be interesting. We should do this at the end of the season. We should go back and revisit our rating of the transfer window and see if we want to adjust it any. Because of the performance, because mine will clearly go up if João Pedro has a good year. You're putting a lot of stock in João Pedro. I'm not, because it scares me, because I'm a pansy and I don't want my heart broken again. So I'm holding it close to my chest. But I guess we need to tell these people where they can find us, Jason. Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah. We're on X, Instagram, and Substack. Catch us there for all of your text-hungry needs. We made it easy for you. We're at Red White Blues FC.
Yes, we are. And we are also on Apple and Spotify. Listen to us there. Watch us on YouTube. Listen to us on Apple and Spotify. Watch us on YouTube. We're there. We every year we go and say, hey, we're not going to do 1.5-hour episodes, and then we still sit here and do freaking 1.5-hour episodes, and I'm whatever. My dog's barking in the background. My wife.
It won't be this long next time. It was a big episode. Yeah,
it was.
So anyway, 1.5-hour long episodes anymore.
I can't either. I'm too old for 1.5 hours.
I'm gonna just put that out there.
My voice. Not having it in this episode. I'm tired. My energy comes down when I'm It's not. Anyway, so hopefully this is the last ever 1.5-hour episode we do. So anyway, until is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Until next time, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
Yo, this is gonna be a fun episode to listen back to when we win the league. Flippity floppity.